Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I had everything ready, good to go, and then it just didn't have my mic. No mic, no nothing. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll try to catch that. Maybe I can catch that in when I go in studio mode for a little bit. But yeah. So hopefully y'all are having a good Sunday. I know I definitely it could be better. Oh man. Oh, like I really need to stop staying up so late. It has now very much got in the way of like getting up on time. I'm sure y'all can relate. Um so basically I've been staying up till like closer to 4 in the morning now. So now I'm sleeping to like 11 to 12 o'clock. And I'm like, that's not enough time for me to like get up and eat and exercise and all that other good stuff. So literally like yeah, no. It's a no-go. So I didn't even work out today. Not only did I not work out today, but I didn't even work out Tuesday. So I skipped 2 days this week. So when we go over the workout schedule stuff, it's not going to be... I'm giving myself a pretty failing grade on that. But hey, we all stumble. This is just one of mine. But either way, hopefully y'all had a much better week. I think overall, my week was actually pretty decent. I would say it was definitely front loaded. So for those that saw it, I made a like starting soon screen for the stream. And I've also put up like a video of that whole process. I have like a playlist that I have the link for people who support me on Ko-fi, so that people who are able and willing to give a little more for support are able to see more as far as behind the scenes. And I think that's the way I want to kind of go about that, because at the moment I just don't have anything to reward people. Like I certainly don't. I would say I don't have enough time in the day, but the later part of this week, I very much didn't really do a whole lot. But maybe that's just very toxic mentality as far as the need of being productive, Something that I very much am still trying to get over. So I'm going to take it as I needed a little bit of rest after putting in all that extra in making that. But I had a lot of fun making it. In fact, we'll probably go over it a little bit. I won't do it in OBS, but I'll also talk about like where I kind of want to go with it, as well as what we want to work on next and what our main project is to be, because we have a couple, right? And we can go over that as well. Actually, you know what, let's finish talking about the week first before we go into what we're going to do next week. We finished up Mo Astray. We didn't do any Game Dev Tuesday. I think we ended up playing Once Human. I know we did Once Human one of the days. It might have been both of the days. I don't remember. But I know we didn't do Game Dev Tuesday. I know we did Game Dev Thursday. Hey, Vibing. What's up, man? Hey, perfect. Love to have you. How's everything going? Last time I heard from you, you lost some work. So how's it hanging? How's it moving? I'm doing all right. It's a little bit slower today. I feel very need of rest. Yeah. Send it in the Discord. But yeah, I've been pretty much chilling the last few days. And then even today, I think I just been staying up too late. So I overslept. So I've been doing the things I need to be doing. But you know, overall, I'm doing okay. Not great, but certainly not bad. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. But yeah, send that definitely in the Discord. I want to check it out. But yeah, so we did game dev once this week. We did, I think, once human, at least once, maybe twice. I honestly don't remember. Actually, maybe if I look. Let us see. This is one of the benefits of uploading my VODs on YouTube. We did once humans twice, so we've been doing once human too much. This is what I'm getting at here. Oh boy, that's funny. So we did once human. I think we need to kind of lay off once human a little bit. Definitely we're not going to meet our schedule as far as releasing the game this month. Definitely not. Maybe next month it may be a little bit more. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Oh, so you've also given a different name to the game. FNAF Fears? FNAF : Fears? Okay. Oh, I like it. You did such a good job with it. I love it. Here, let me take a snip so I could show it on stream. As long as you don't mind vibing. And then we are gonna do, I'm just gonna do window display capture. F it. There you go. Oop. There's no zoom in. Well, that's awkward, but I like it. I like it a lot. I will say, my favorite part, I think, is the teeth. I think you did a really good job with the teeth. Because it's like, it's big, it's like almost perfect. It has a good uncanny valley feel to it, where like it's big, almost perfect, but it's still off, so it still gives that unsettling feeling. So I like it. And then of course the small beady eyes, like that's go to. So I like it a lot. You did a great job. Keep up the good work. Oh, no problem, my guy. No problem at all. I'm trying to think of what I did at game dev. We were able to actually move a square. So, you know, there you go. Bond Fear. So are all of them going to have fear in their names? Or is it just second follow-up question. Oh, gotcha. So originally when they were murdery, did they have like other names, or did they also have fear in their names? Welcome to FNAF. Have your kids be here. Here's Bond Fear. Kids are like, I don't know about this guy. They had joy in their name. I like it. I like it a lot. It's kind of like a pre-event, post-event kind of deal. Bonjoy. I like it. I like where your head's at. But yes. So, we did not work on banners. We did the starting soon screen for the stream, which I really enjoy how it came out. So I'll kind of show you a little more detail about that in a bit. We did once human, we did game dev once. So as far as this week overall, I'm gonna give myself a C minus. Where like, no, I'm gonna give us a C. I think the first half was like a B plus to an A, and then the second half is like a D. Because the first half, we made the new, we like drew the drawings for the new thing. It will be more scary with realistic hair and teeth and eyes, don't worry. I can already see where you're going with it, and I am all aboard vibing. Like again, my game's also supposed to be a horror game, but it's a bunch of squares moving around. Like the beginnings of a game always look like what is, you don't even have lighting in your scene yet. And lighting plays like a huge role when it comes to like visual effectiveness of things. So like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to what you can churn out, my guy. So keep up with it, but don't forget to give yourself rest. Keep that in mind. Don't burn yourself out. I've started and stopped a lot of different projects because I went way too hard, way too quickly, and I burned myself out and I never finished it. Pacing is key. But yeah, in the beginning of the week, it was, you know, like we got a lot done. We made the drawings, we made the animations, we made the effects, we made like all that stuff. And then the second half of the week, we did game dev, and that was it. We didn't do like anything outside of streaming. I like just kind of crashed and burned and just watched videos or just watched Bloomborough spoilers for Magic the Gathering. Like, yeah, most of the day yesterday, I just put together a new like food deck or something, and that's all I did. So a part of me is just like, I wasn't very productive, but I don't know if it's because that I was like needing the rest or I just didn't do work. But then again, there hasn't been a Saturday in a long time, I think, that you know, I just haven't done anything. I've used up a lot of my days to like work on stuff. As it for you in my game, the fear part means that they will scream when near with kid voices. Ooh, nice. So like, it will sound like the kids are screaming, yeah, which is a nice touch. I like that. I think I also am planning on the voices, as long as it's not trying to pretend to be a person. I want multiple voices overlapping each other. They have kids inside them dead. Yeah. So question, is it one kid or is it multiple kids? Are you gonna have overlapping voices or a single voice? Because I think that also would play a bit into the lore that you want to grow. Okay. One kid overlap? Okay. So one kid overlapped within itself? Am I understanding that correctly? Gotcha. Alright. Bet. That sounds cool. I like it. I look forward to it. And definitely share as far as like how, like depending on how it is, I'm gonna ask you how you did it, because I as far as audio manipulation, that is definitely a new field for me. So I think that would be a lot of fun to kind of dive into, and I look forward to the results of it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we didn't really do anything for the later half of the week, and I'm still feeling kind of blech. But honestly, I don't know. It may be that I just haven't exercised. You know those things where you just feel down and you're just like, am I depressed or do I just need to eat? It's like that level of just like, do I just need to go exercise or something? Do I need to drink water? Like, why am I feeling this way? So, yeah, basically. But most of the time before I stream or before I do stuff, I usually eat food. So I've been pretty good at that. Probably a little too much, but or eating the wrong stuff, but no, I think I need to do better with the exercise thing. I think that will help. Hey, listen, sometimes you gotta be real with yourself. You know what I mean? But what we plan on moving forward, let's go ahead and take a look at I had everything set up. Oh, let me actually take us off of display capture. There you go. Excel, where are you? So we'll do we definitely changed it. Hey computer, what you doing? There we go. Much better. So here's the list of all the things that we eventually want to do, right? Making banners was on our list for this week, and making petting interaction for Mama Dodo was on this week. But from what I understand, as far as the interactions, is most of the things in place in order to allow chat interactions are locked behind being an affiliate. So I think, unfortunately, as much as I would like to have chat the ability to interact with Mama Dodo, it doesn't seem like they give you the tools to do so unless it's specifically like channel points. And then that allows you to kind of interact with it, and you don't get channel points until you get affiliate, which is unfortunate. But, you know, that is what it is. So we're going to have to put a hiatus on that. We made the starting soon screen, so we're done with that. The vibing background is one that I would like to potentially maybe do something with the starting soon screen. So I have a couple of ideas. I'll go more in depth into it once we kind of start going over it. We also had making banners this week that we didn't do. So this one is we're just gonna put on like until affiliate. We'll just put affiliate. And technically, the Compy lore, new model. Compy lore, no. Emote lore we'll put as affiliate as well. Because again, we can't make custom emotes until we're affiliates either. Which what I want to do is make one emote for every game that we've played together on stream. So then people who were there have something to be like, hey, I remember that. Because I think that would be, I don't know, a good way to just... And it doesn't mean like people who weren't there don't get it. They still get it. They just won't get the reference as easily, right? Which I think is fine. I definitely don't want to create a system of FOMO. I definitely don't want to do FOMO. FOMO is so predatory. It's ridiculous. Let's actually move this just a little bit. There we go. But as far as what I really want to do, I really want to do the Compy lore video. That's This is the one that I really, really want to work on. So I think for the most part, I mean, there's still little things here and there that I would like to work on, but I don't think the banners matter all that much. It's good, it's nice to have, and it's good to have, but I kind of have that in the same mentality as like a vibing background, where it's like, oh, I could work on this for a few days. Whereas the lore video for compy stuff is a lot more of an investment and much more of a long term. So like we have a long term that we're fully working toward, and then if like I have some extra time, or if I feel like I've kind of hit a roadblock and I need to kind of step back, then I can work on like some short term stuff, right? So will I be able to get the compy lore video before the 31st? Honestly, unlikely, because it's already the 21st, and it would be, and then next week I have guests coming in until like the 31st. So like, I'm like, can I do this in a week? And I'm like, I gave myself a month, and I've been dragging my heels on it for whatever reason. But I think it's because I kept on like, oh, I need to do this. There's still so many stuff that was what I consider like a basic necessity for a streamer, right? That I was like, this needs to take priority. The lore video is great and awesome, and it's what I want to do and continue doing for when it comes to streaming and stuff like that. But it very much is like not the basic. Another one is adjust OBS scenes, and I want that potentially also into the end of July. The update coffee for new streams, that one has also been something that I've run into a roadblocks with. So what I originally wanted to do was for coffee was that there would have been a widget on the stream that would had a special animation / drawing that is tied to the widget, in which it was like Mama Dodo in a coffee cup, right? And then it would have been clickable, and then people who wanted to kind of like give a little extra would be sent straight there, right, to the coffee page. But the more I looked into it, the more it was just like, oh yeah, they give you options to like customize it, but you can't use your own stuff. They have you can make your own animation for like someone already doing it, and then in response to someone doing it, there was an animation that plays, and that's fun, and that's fine. But as far as like the button on the screen, it is very much something that is very rigid, and that's really unfortunate. So I think what I will have to do is find a way to like create my own webhook, which I barely understand, but from what I understand, it's like it is the coding and the processing behind creating a widget, right? Where it's like you click it and then it brings you to a specific place onto the web, right? And then I make my own where it links to my own stuff, except then I actually can customize what it looks like, and then maybe have like its own like little animation and stuff like that, but have it look like that it belongs, and not just me, Mama Dodo on the screen, and then a random just like support me on coffee on the top right corner or something. That's very much not like same themes, same kind of feel, and that feels blech. That feels meh. So that's kind of like a working on but having difficulty. Adjusting OBS scenes, Because now that I have a coming online scene, and then I'm potentially trying to, and I'm going to try to make like a vibing kind of scene, I'm going to need like, because I still don't have y'all's chat on stream, right? I still haven't done that yet. So I need to learn how to do that. But for a lot of the stuff, or a lot of the things that we play and do, like, it doesn't really need to be. Like, I'll probably have y'all up there, but I also want to customize the way that it looks so that it matches the theme there as well. And I've been looking around, doing some research and stuff like that, and I have some ideas to move forward with it, but again, it's like between the lore video and then adjusting the OBS stuff and then like making it so everything is a little more streamlined. I wonder, you know? I think what I should do is copy lore video first, get that out into the world. Then I'll get like the streaming avatars with y'all, and then we adjust the OBS scenes, and then as far as making new model, yeah, that's not happening in October. October next year, sure. And then I want to make the emote lore video so by the time I get affiliate, because like I feel like there should, I'm not as like connected to Twitch as a lot of people are. So I apologize if this is like very of course this is a thing, but when people get affiliates, they celebrate with the stream, right? Or at least I feel like I definitely should. Where it's like, hey, I get to get paid now, let's go, right? And like I want to have that be part of that. I want the celebration of the affiliate to be like, hey, here is all the things that are already in and good to go. Here are all the emotes that I've already made. Here's the video that's already been made. I literally just have to throw it in and we're good to go. And yeah, so like I want to work on it and have that like ready and ready and willing. And then banners is one of those things that's just like, I'm bored on a Sunday, let's work on banners. That feels like such like a not factor. And then we have the other like music video stuff that I like. The canon non-canon indicator is very much just with the new model. So pretty much the canon not canon thing is about is like, once I make the model, my streams are pretty much going to be the same for the most part. Done, finished the model, now the materials. Yeah! Ooh, hold on. Hey, look at those legs. I like it. I like it. Excellent. Let me move this back. I think I messed with the notifications. Enable same channel. Enable desktop notifications. Here we go. If you're looking for per channel per, yeah, there we go. We'll see how that goes. So that way I hear when you post. I like it. I like the legs. Granted, are you going to see the legs? I was gonna say, if the player never sees the legs, you might not need to work on it. Granted, maybe it's just better for you to have that in your head, or like putting it out there so that you can see it, even though they don't see it. Because I know in a lot of FNAF games they like show the 3D model and like options, so maybe that's the way you want to go about it. But just a thought. Yes, you are. He's gonna be in the ceiling because he's too tall. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, I like that. That's good. So if anything, the legs are the most important part. He's gonna be mostly leg. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the new model. So once the new model's been created, essentially the character of the Idealist is going to be made, and that means the character of the Idealist is going to be the one streaming, at least for most of the week. Sundays will always be me, the person, regardless. It's going to be you, me talking about the out of character, talking about the behind the scenes. We're just vibing, we're getting feedback, like that whole thing, right? But during the week, for the most part, as we're making games, as we're playing games, it's going to be in the Idealist, the character's point of view. So I wouldn't be talking about like, I mean, for the most part, I'm going towards a very similar personality. One, because, you know, I'm still fairly new for this, so I feel like going a completely different personality, I will kind of slip up a lot. And then the other is just like, really the biggest difference is just I wouldn't be talking about my past, like, science jobs or something like that. Like my real life experience. It would be experienced through the lens of the character, right? So because of that, I wanted to make a canon non-canon indicator to be like, I can kind of turn off the character in a way where it's just like the sign flips and it's like, guys, you need to you need to stop. Or it's like, hey, enough of that in chat, like that kind of stuff, where it's I kind of have to like be a, or when I'm streaming with like friends who are used to me the person, not me the character. So I will have I'll have it where it's like non-canon, and then when I'm playing with friends, they could still address me and act like I'm just how they normally act, and not have to worry about me like switching. He'll be in the door looking at you in the windows. In the hand, and the foot is in the door, and you'll need to flash him or close him. I'm hoping you mean flash like a camera or a light, because he might attack, and if you close it at the same time, he has the hand and foot in the door, you will hurt him because you closed it on him, and he will scream. Okay. I'm liking the mechanics so far. Simple rules. You definitely want deep, but not complex. So, CompuLore video is definitely going to be on. Pretty much until the foreseeable future. CompuLore video is going to be up. I might bring up like, oh, I had some extra time, so I did banners. Or, oh, I adjusted some of the OBS scenes because I had inspiration for it, right? But for the most part, this is going to be our main goal for definitely until the end of July, probably well into August, if I had to guess. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the little amount of update for the workout stuff, so y'all can keep me on my shit. Boop. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and hide these. All right. This is not gonna go well. All right, so we don't have any legs and core because we didn't go today. We're at, yep, 310.8, and then for push, we have 180.13, so we progressed there. 134, lacked there. 110.3. Man, the upper body, I have definitely hit the limit there. And then for pull, nothing. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh, that's unfortunate. The workouts, the Thursday workouts have been still going forward, but I've been doing it like once a week instead of twice a week, as far as like muscle groups and stuff like that. Because the Thursday workout is like a full body, whereas the Sunday through Tuesday are more like modulated, grouped together. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull up the stream for y'all. Not the stream, but the weighting. I'll kind of talk about it a bit. Yeah, here it is. Let's turn down the... Where's the... There it is. And now... Boop. And here we are. This is what we made earlier this week. So we drew and shaded like this kind of backdrop, and this middle part here is completely like transparent, and then so behind this TV is like just a minimized. I took like a 60-second clip from a random VOD, right? And this video has approximately 4 different ones, right? And then it loops. And I'll go ahead and play a little bit, but I won't make it very loud because that is literally nothing. There you go. And actually, I will bring it up a little bit so I could talk about the sound. I did make it so it sounded like it was coming from an older TV. And I put like little visual effects on it, so it kind of gave off that feel of like that kind of like lines moving up and down on it. I added some like dust particles and stuff that are kind of floating around, but only in the light area. And then I have like Mama Dodo looking down at it. I think it would have been beneficial if I like had her blink every once in a while. Would be pretty cool. But, and then like after a minute in, then it does this. And so like this effect, there's like a static effect inside a, let's see if I could time it. There it is. So like there's like a static effect, and then I also added like a fade in transition at the same time, and then threw in like a static sound underneath it, right? And then I have the starting soon with the same effects, visual kind of adjustments to it, the dimness, etc. And this is actually the first I kind of realized that you probably didn't even hear the sound when I was talking about it. Sorry about that. I think what I need to do is just have instead of very select things coming through, just have desktop audio, but then have nothing else up. So then it's completely fine. I don't know, man. I need to do better. Anyway, this is your first look as far as like lore accurate shit that's happening. Like as far as the ground that looked like it became alive and then for a brief moment and then stop. Like the mountain in the background and like just this feeling, this root. This is supposed to be like a root, by the way. Like growing in, and then as of right now, this is how the idealistic characters is interacting in this realm, right? I'm not 100% sure if this is how I'm going to have it be in the future. I've put some thought to it, but I haven't like made a rigid decision yet. But this is kind of what I decided to move forward, at least for now. I may change it later. But yeah, no, this is kind of like a peek in the kind of lore that I want to make as far as around the character. And then I made like this unsettling of like, you shouldn't be here. Because in the first one, I was like, oh, you know, it doesn't say starting soon anywhere. It's like, well, what if I put it on the other side? Right? And then like a little bit of a creepy message through that. And then it loops. It does the same thing except with a different video. And I really do like the look of it. I really do. Some like little bits of things is like, this is Tyranitar. This is the marker from Dead Space. And then I have like last call here in the papers. The cup's supposed to say I love dodos. And then some fossils and some plants, etc. Overall, like I have it so it's just like a game and then game dev and then another game and then like an art one that we do, like showing that we do like a handful of different variations, like showing off what we usually do in stream. And I really like how it turned out overall. I am very proud of it. Like what I will say is that from the drawing phase, I hated it. I absolutely hated what it looked like. But then after I added the shading and everything, it actually turned out really good. I think it's just because I'm actually pretty decent when it comes to shading. And I need to work on other fundamentals in order to get it to actually look decent. I will say, like, I originally drew these like little dress things completely wrong, and I spent like a good additional hour trying to fix it. So if the reason why these guys look way too up front is because that was where the line was, and then when I put it back, and then it was too late for me to move it back without like it becoming a whole headache, so I just didn't do it. But yeah, I definitely wanted to give it more of a look of like just like a, you know, older kind of room, not like super old, but old enough. I would say like 80s 90s kind of feel to it, right? Even though I say that that's like 30 40 years ago, so you know. I will say I shouldn't have chosen this video here. For whatever reason, this stream, my sound was blown out. I was so loud in this game. I don't know why. So like you hear the mic kind of like going too far like through it. But as far as what we're gonna do with it though, what I want to do with it is a couple things. I was thinking that we'll just have this repeat in the background. What I want to do with this is I want to have y'all be able to interact with the TV during this starting soon. I want y'all to be able to be like channel down, channel up. Like you're just clicking the TV, so y'all have control over the TV, and then it actually switch to a different VOD. It will have the same effect. Like the effect on the things would be universal, but it's like I will have like a bunch of different VODs that it will just automatically just switch to, and I think that would be pretty fun. Just to have that, give y'all the agency and control over the stream, to be like, okay, cool. I change the channel. I don't like this channel. Change this channel. Go to channel 2. Go to channel 3. Right? And so I want to do it in a way where it's a lot more hands off for me. So for the most part, it's already pretty hands off. I literally just need to go into a VOD, select like a minute of a random VOD, throw that in, and then it rotates like it's every 4 minutes, right? But like if I can make it so that I don't even have to do that, where it just auto picks, it will pick. It's not even just pick a VOD, right? It's not even just pick a VOD. It would be pick a VOD at a random place. Because also that would take a lot of space on my computer to have that many, like to have like 60 VODs up, right? And so like a part of me is like, well, what I could do is have like a folder that has a bunch of like 1 minute clips in it, and then I just keep throwing new clips in it, and then it just goes through randomly. Because as of right now, there is some randomness with the transitions, which I don't think I showed y'all yet. There is a folder here for transitions. So let's do Fear the Dark. So, well, hold on. First, I manipulate the transition so that it's part of the same background, and then it goes into like the TV gets turned off, and then it zooms in and then into the transition of like it's a mixture of funny, inspirational, and unsettling, right? It's kind of the vibe that I like to give is a mixture of those three moments where they make you laugh, moments that inspire you to improve yourself, and then moments that kind of keeps you on edge. I like having all three of those and balancing those three. And then it's very Adult Swim bump, and I love it. And I just love the vibe of it. And I'll go ahead. So I have like a whole folder of like 10 or 11 of them. I'll go ahead and open this one again. 10 of 11 of them, and I already have it in OBS that whenever I switch to a different scene, it's a different transition. So here, I'll show you. It will be a little quiet for a little bit, but you'll be good. See, it's all there. I think the Secret of Intent is not updated because I have 2 secrets in the folder. I need to get rid of one. So as you saw, like it did have the like turn off the TV, but if I switch from my main stream and because I want the bump to be at the beginning of the stream and at the end of the stream, right? So that means I'm going to want a bump where it goes into the bump and then zooms out of the TV. Currently, I only have in. So I need to find a way to like have it to kind of lead in and then out. More than likely I'll just like whenever I make a bump, I'll just make both versions and then just save them in individual folders and then just make sure that OBS knows that it will pull randomly from this folder from this transition and then this folder from this transition depending on which scene that it is located in, right? There's definitely a way to go about it. I just need to find out how. And so the biggest thing is making all these clips. If I do, doing all these clips, I think as much as I want to give y'all agency to like be able to manipulate the TV, I have a feeling it's channel points again. I have a feeling it's channel points, and I won't get that until affiliate. So I think we just gotta, a lot of things I want to do is just kind of stuck behind the affiliate limit, right? Which is unfortunate, but it's understandable. And what I am thinking as far as the chill screen, like the relax screen, I'm thinking it's this, where except we have like, maybe I'll draw like a phone on the left side or something, and the phone will have chat on it. And then what I will do is I will make a new Mamadodo, what's the word I'm looking for? The reason the Mamadodo is even able to talk now is that they use a VideoTube Mini, right? And so a new VideoTube Mini, except where Mamadodo sits right now, that's where I will sit. And then as I talk with y'all, I'm up there on top of the TV talking with y'all. And then we're just chilling and watching VODs. And if it's gonna be a vibe kind of thing, I think the interrupt certainly would be a lot less. Would be not every minute. But I'm thinking like that would be kind of a nice chill screen where it's just y'all are talking over there, we're all kind of just watching stuff. And if we're like, what we could do is just like if we want to watch YouTube stuff, we could just pull it up as a different source on OBS. Like it's not I don't think it would be that difficult. Because a part of me, while having this up, not being able to talk until the end of the transition is difficult. Well, not difficult, but I find it being like, hey, what's up? How are you guys doing? Like having that before it transitions. It was like, hey guys, it's like, see you in a sec, and then just whew, and then it goes in, does a transition, and then we're back. We're there. But I think this is definitely a step in the right direction. If we do the every minute thing though, I don't know. I'll have to decide how I want to go about it. Maybe instead of the hard transition of the creepy place on chill, like in the chill area, it's a just a like a static sound, and then it looks like I changed the channel. That's not bad. I already have the sound. I just need the static visual, and then it'll just and then it'll switch to something different. And then once we get affiliate, y'all will be able to just change the channel at will and then just switch, right? But I don't... A part of me is like... That's still pretty hands-on as far as trying to figure out what would be a good thing to switch to. Because I... Like, hold on. I'll look right now. I currently have... Where are you? I'm trying to see how many videos I have. Because I have a lot. I have a lot of VODs. I have 107 VODs. 107 VODs. I have been spitting these things out. My God. And like, one of the things I originally wanted to make, I don't know if y'all have watched, Funhouse, but there was a point where they did like Funhouse Live, and they would have like a 24-hour live stream on YouTube where they would just play Funhouse videos 24 hours. And I loved it because it was something I would just put in the background while I studied, while I worked on other things, like something that I just have in the background. It's like old school putting on Family Guy when you go work out or something, right? And I really wanted to make something like that on the like my VOD channel or one of my YouTube channels, in the idea of like make the live of just a 24-hour or just like random like a playlist of all the videos, and that would be part, or not all of them, but like 24 hours worth, and that would just be playing. And especially with 100 videos, that is assuming on average 4 hours, right? It's probably not. Let's see here. If it's not 4 hours, it would be, let's assume like 3 hours. Average 3 hours. Sometimes it's over 4, but a lot of times it's either 4 or less than 4. So we'll do 3. So 107 times 3, that's 321 hours divided by 24. That's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of non-stop Idealist VODs that could be playing in the background. And I don't know, I personally love it. I love the idea of it. I don't know, I don't think people would like it. Actually, I don't even know if people would like it or not. But if they're like me in any way, having just something in the background, I think is nice. So that's kind of also the feel of this one, where it's just like we're just hanging out, we just have something in the background, and then you and me chat and hang out, and then Sunday Chill Day really is just Sunday Chill Day, where we just vibe, we just have something in the background. And I guess if if anything, if I do end up setting up like the live thing, what the source could be is just a link to the live video, with the exception of being able to manipulate like up and down of what is currently playing. Maybe like it pulls from the same source. I don't know. I will add that to my list though. As far as the streamer hub, make VOD live. I'll also put that July 31st. I don't know. But I would also have to have like a decent thumbnail. Instead of just live stream, it's just like, hey, this is live. I mean, in the best case scenario, it would have been a 24-hour live stream of all the edited videos that I've made, right? So it's a lot more like catered. There's a lot less like dead time and stuff like that. But I especially with all the live stream stuff that I want to focus on, it takes too much. I think when I get like a full-time gig again, because that pretty much is like a guarantee at this point. It's like that's the direction that I'm gonna have to go, at least for the short term, which is like get a full-time gig, make sure I got money coming in, and then continue this as well. I might just hire a YouTube guy, because at this point I have so much like content that could be used that just I really did like editing. I had a really good time editing, but there is not enough of me to do both as far as working on stream stuff and then working on YouTube stuff. Once I get the stream stuff like all figured out, I certainly don't mind going back and forth, but there's still so much stuff to do with streaming that it's like, But overall, I really did like how this turned out. There is one thing that I kind of really want to do, and this is just a. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, how do you like the FNAF reference? Is this a FNAF reference? If it is, I'm not aware of it. But how do you like the transition? I think that's the thing I'm most proud of, where it like goes into this area. And then don't open it, and then it switches back, and then it switches to a different VOD. Thank you. Yes, I wanted the feel of, because it very much is like, it is Mama Dodo, but you see behind the skin, like you see behind the aura, the miasma, and you realize like, oh yeah, no. What's the green thingy? The green thingy is her core. I mean, you can see it in Mama Dodo right now. It's in there. But you just never got to see a clear view of it, because essentially it's the idealist's like core as far as the character, because I thought it was an egg that's supposed to, but yeah. it's supposed to make you think it's an egg, but because the idealist is a paleomancer, in order to make things more efficient, he created a core similar to like a lich, and Mama Dodo is the like protector of this core that allows him to be a lot more efficient with his abilities, but at the cost as with a increased risk and or vulnerability. So essentially he's treating Mama Dodo as the protector of his life. But what I won't spoil this much for this part for you, but I will say this much. It's not an egg or a rock. It's something else. You're not good. Bro, you cannot tell me. You could, after showing me your 3D models, you cannot tell me that you're not good at anything. Do not give me that. First of all, you've already made me excited about, like, I didn't even realize that the robot was going to be tall. I love the idea of that thing being tall. You make very good models, and your ideas are in an excellent place. So like I'm glad you like this. I really, really do. But like, I don't think I'm very good at drawing. I think I'm better than average, but I hate my drawing most days. And I want to continue getting better and better, because what I want to make and what I'm able to make is still so different. But only recently, like no joke, within the last like 6 months. Don't see, I can't even make that. But like, it's in a VCR. Yeah, this is old. It was supposed to be a early 90s or mid 90s vibe. Almost, I wouldn't say 80s, but like, yeah, that's the vibe to it that I wanted to give. But like, I've had such a love-hate relationship with art for so long, because I would try to attempt art, and then I would see what I'm capable of from the lack of practice. Okay, no, you're good. Hopefully it is not Freddy. But yeah, no, I'm really liking how everything turned out here. Yeah. I do want to make it so that it's a little more... I want to make it so it's a little more variable. I don't want it so that if I want to bring in more stuff, I have to like go back and forth. I have to go in and find a good spot and then edit it out and then throw that in and then do that over and over and over again. Yeah, I don't... Honestly, looking at it again, there needs to be some stuff on the walls. It's too clean. You know what I mean? Like, there needs to be some splotches here, some like dust there. This wall is too pristine. This needs a little mess. Especially if there's dust in the air, right? And it's the same with like... It's the same with the desk and stuff like that, where there's like some streaks from the dust on the desk with the light hitting it. There's some... I hate this portrait. I despise this portrait. I hate it so much. Look at the neck of the girl. Oh God, drawing it. Like, I'm not gonna show y'all I ended up recording a time-lapse video of it, but I worked on this for a solid minute, and I hate it so much, man. Oh God, bro, I can't. It pains me. It hurts me. But like, art has just been something that is... I've had a love-hate, because I used to love art. I used to love drawing, and I remember drawing Impossible Creatures a lot, where there was a game on PC that was like way back, and it was a very it was an RTS, but what you did is that you took DNA from animals and you spliced them together, and you would have different animal parts for each part. So you would have like You can change the head, the front legs, the body, the bat legs, and the tail. And like different animals would have different things, and you could only combine 2. So you would have like a whale ant, or like a tiger scorpion, or a bat chameleon. And hey, cute boy, how you doing? And you would have like all these different like weird creatures. And I remember as a kid, I was just like obsessed with, not obsessed, but like I remember it was an elephant bee. I think it was like the head and the tusks of an elephant on the body of a bee from that game. And so I used to love drawing and stuff like that, but like eventually it got to a point where I just stopped. I think it was because of a move. I think I was kind of going through it mentally and emotionally, and like I dropped it. And then after a while, like I didn't pick up the pencil until Dead Space, and I think that's like that's what like it stirred my soul. Like it brought out that creativity again, and I drew for the first time in a long time. And I wish I had those pictures like on my computer. I would show y'all, but it's like, actually, do I? Hold on, let me a second. Do I have those pictures on here? I mean, where else would I put them? I definitely would have saved them on a system somewhere, because I definitely wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have kept it physically. Let's see here. Maybe it was under like ideas or something. Ideas. No. I'm not seeing. Maybe? No, that's an actual My Games folder. Let's search documents, because it was called 7, because it was basically based around the idea of like a infectious disease that exasperated the 7 deadly sins actions of people, and the more you gave into it, the more you became a monster. It was at a period of time where I was very much obsessed with the 7 deadly sins, because I think we all were to a certain extent as a teenager. At least I know I was. And then on top of that, like combined with Dead Space, created like this weird thing. I can't find it. I might find it later. But point is that I started drawing again, and it was a lot of horror stuff, and I ended up drawing on that for a couple of, I want to say like years. I started drawing like horror stuff, and then maybe that was like my horror awakening, because I know I didn't like horror all the time. Like it was relatively, quote unquote, relatively recently. At this point, it's been more than my life in it than not in it. But like I wasn't always a huge fan of horror, but then again, I was never always a huge fan of music either. And now I actually like music. So, you know, you adjust. You change as you grow. And like, but then shortly after that, I stopped again. I think it might have been when I went to college. And then I dealt with all the issues that college went with, as far as relationship stuff and the stress of college and all that other fun things. And after a while, that's when I started getting into a cycle, a really bad cycle, where I would draw and then I would hate it. I would hate what I would put on the paper, because like I still followed art. I still loved art. And mentally speaking, I was growing and developing, but I wasn't practicing anymore. So like I felt that there was this huge disconnect between my hands and my mind as far as what I wanted to do it. And I imagine most artists, that's what that's like. It's like, yeah, everyone goes through that. But it was Hey, Vibin, welcome back. It wasn't Freddy, was it? Hopefully it wasn't at the door. We were like, hey, I heard you're drawing something. It was. Oh. Was he selling cookies, hopefully? And not anything else detrimental? Opening up a new pizzeria. But I was just talking about my relationship with art, as far as like I used to draw it all the time, and then I was inspired. Serving big bites. I'm sure those expired by now. I feel like the bites were. I thought they expired in '87. No, and then I got super into drawing horror after Dead Space came out, and then due to stresses in life, I kind of stopped drawing, and then I got into a really bad cycle of drawing something and then hating what I put on paper, because like mentally I was like, oh, I should be at this point. Like I should, like, yeah, I love horror games. I love watching horror movies. I love that stuff, but that wasn't always the case. I think Dead Space was like my first awakening to horror. Like before then, I just didn't have an interest. But even then, I didn't really care as much. Killer Clowns? Is that the new game that came out recently? Where it's like it's like a bunch of people versus a bunch of clowns. I saw some videos about it, but I haven't looked into it. It looks funny. It looks fun. It gives me Dead by Daylight vibes, which is another game that the fact that I'm not more into it is very surprising. You would think I would be. And there's an old movie. Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, there was. I remember seeing a trailer for it and just being like, nah. Because it was like, I need to save this movie for when I'm drinking. My favorite character named Shorty and Ruby and Jumbo. Those are definitely clown names. If they're not clown names, they should be. But yeah, no, after, like, even when I was drawing the horror stuff in high school, like I didn't have that bad cycle yet. So it must have been happening either in college or after college, where I would draw and then I would hate what I was drawing, and then I was immediately demotivated to draw and practice. So I just didn't practice. And then because I didn't practice, I got even worse at drawing. And then the disparity grew, which gave it even more irritation and frustration with what I'm drawing. So then I would even more likely not continue going. What horror you were drawing? Slenderman, Jeff the Killer? It was Dead Space. So it was very like zombie-esque, kind of mutation kind of feel to it. A borderline supernatural a little bit. I remember one that was a mutation that turned people into mannequins, I think, which then evolved into a mannequin that turned other people into mannequins and then took parts of their bodies and attached it to itself, and so it became like this almost like spider-like mannequin thing. I remember that one. But like there was like 7 different mutations, and then each of those mutations can kind of have a sub-mutation of itself. So there was 42 total, and then there was like 5 stages within each one. There was a lot. I made it a whole complicated thing. I made it a whole like lore thing. But as far as the kind of horror, it was I would say closest thing would be zombie. Because I didn't have like when at this part of my life, there was no Slender Man or Jeff the Killer. This was before that. At least I think, or at least before I was aware of it. I was just very much obsessed with Thriller Night. What was Thriller Night? Let me see. That looks familiar, but why is Thriller Night full of Shrek stuff? What? Come on. What? Is it a Shrek thing? It is a Shrek thing. What? The song? Oh. Yeah, there is. Bro, no, there is. I'm not crazy. There is Shrek Thriller Night. It's a short from 2011. It's a thing. Yeah, Google it. It's a thing. That's why I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? Thriller? Yeah, I mean, Thriller's the only like Halloween song, right? There's very few good Halloween songs. Thriller's just the one, or the Monster Mash. But like, so because I kept down that cycle, I just never got good, and I just never drew. Is an actual song in Shrek? Oh. That's crazy. That is nutty. That is... Shrek is bored on Halloween and wants to have something scary. The power of Thriller gives him more than he bargained for. It's 6 minutes long. Oh my gosh. That's so weird. But like... But no, so it wasn't... I believe it. I believe Donkey sung it. There's no way that he wouldn't. But... No, so it wasn't until, I want to say, no joke, 6 months ago? Shortly after Shrek 5 is coming. Bro, they're going to keep on beating that dead horse. They're gonna. However, if they pull the whole, like, the Puss in Boots 2 thing, where it's like suddenly this is just an amazing movie, I mean, I'll watch it. I'll see it. I don't see why not. They certainly lost me a bit. I don't even know if I saw 4. I know I've seen the second one. I'm pretty sure I've seen the third one. I am not confident that I've seen the fourth one. But like, yeah, I would say like shortly before I quit my job. So like 6 months ago. Like maybe even a little bit after that. So basically when I'm starting on my like Twitch journey as with like Paleomancer's Dodo is like when I actually started sticking with drawing again. And Shrek on top. There's no way that's... Don't tell me that's the title of the movie. Please no. Please no. Shrek 5. Okay. Thank God. It doesn't. It looks like that's it. Okay. Okay, good. Because I was going to lose my mind if it's like Shrek 5, Shrek on top. Oh no. Made me laugh regardless. But like, so yeah, no, I'm still getting over my hatred for my own art. I'm at that stage. Just Shrek would be a top. Yeah, I agree. He doesn't give bottom energy. He just doesn't. You know, I was thinking you were weird until you said you weren't. And now I was like, oh, this guy's totally normal. No, like I'm at that stage now where I still dislike my art, but it doesn't stop me from making more art, which I think is a very healthy stage to be in, where it's like the cycle is now kind of, I'm slowing down the cycle. There are moments where I can appreciate my art, where I could be like, oh, I actually did a very good job with this. So like Mama Dodo right now in the corner, I think I did pretty well with her. It's still not what I wanted. Thanks, cute boy. I appreciate that. I haven't really seen a lot of progress, personally, but I think that's just I think that's just my mentality coming through, where it's like it's not allowing me to see my own progress. And I appreciate that. I have been I have been trying really hard. So I'm glad, at the very least, I'm glad y'all see it. I think that means more to me than myself seeing it, because I'm aware that I don't think I'm going to see it. I'm grateful and happy to see you and getting better and better at you doing things. Please keep doing it. It's just amazing that you're doing even a little things. It's just amazing. Aww. Thanks, guys. Who needs therapy? I have y'all. I very much appreciate it. I really do. And I'm going to continue to keep trying. And it really has, like, it's surprising that it's been 6 months. Seriously, it's been crazy. Granted, it hasn't been totally 6 months. It's been 4 months since I started streaming. And then it's only been like a couple months since I've done like super hard into like YouTube and then dropped it. So as far as a lot of the other stuff, it's like I'm still very baby new. But like what I want as far as like how I want to draw, the only thing I love of streamers and be making people happy and motivated. Yeah. I definitely fall into that bucket where it's like I want to stream and I want to like create a community where it's pretty much exactly what you're doing, vibing, where we're making our own things together and we're supporting each other through it. That's really what I want to create and put together. Is like I very much was like, I'm going to be putting myself out there even though I don't think I'm good enough for this thing, because I want people to know that it's okay to try even though you're not an expert at it. And I want to grow publicly. So it's like I'm not at a good spot yet, but I'm going to be. And we can work towards that goal that each of us has for ourselves together. And I personally don't see the growth yet, but if y'all do, then that means something to me. Where it's like, okay, that means I am getting better, I am doing better, but my brain is kind of being stupid. This just makes me cry as much as I happy love the content. Aww. Thanks, vibing. The feeling's mutual. I'm glad I'm able to bring that for y'all. And I'm gonna want to continue doing so. Yeah. I'm sure one day I won't hate my art. You hate me? Why do you hate me? Oh no, cute boy, don't hate me. Even down. You gotta end on a net. You gotta even it out. Well, too bad. I'll love you more, cute boy. Even if you hate me more, I'll love you even more. I'll draw you a picture. Don't make me. That's how it's the ultimate showing of appreciation for me. I've always been like that though. Like creativity for me has always been a very like personal thing. So like when I was dating Lulu, like for our anniversary, what I would do with just all the teeth, no, like when I was dating Lulu, for our anniversary, I would draw us a picture and I would write a poem. So like that was my big thing, is like creating things for other people is such a it's how I like to show, like making things for people I care about is my love language. I fucking love it. If I could do that all the time until the day I die, I would, because that would be amazing. I love it. And It's why I also want to get good at everything, because it's like then I'm not limited to show how I like to give at least my version of affection. So it's like if I draw a picture for you, or I write something inspiring, it very much comes from the heart, where it's like, this is how I like to show and express my gratitude. Which is, I think, another reason why I tend to be so hard on myself when it comes to this stuff, because there's so much value in it, where it's like, it's like, to show you, I'm gonna show that I love you this much, and then I'm only capable of only showing like a little bit, and I'm like, no, this isn't enough. It needs to be so much bigger. So, but that will come. That will come with practice. That will come with adjustments, and I just need to make sure that I try to keep a good mentality and my head above water at the very least. Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't know how to say these things personally. Is bigger than your future. Aww. Thank you. I don't know if that means that I have a great personality or if I have no future. Listen, go either way, but I appreciate it either way. But no, this is... I am looking forward to the day where I can make art and I don't have that bad immediate inclination. But I can tell that's going to be something that I will probably be struggling with at least years, but probably forever. And I'm okay with that to a degree. I think the most frustrating part was that I wasn't able to work on it. And I remember so long, like, unfortunately, if you looked at my Google history, it's like, why can't I do the things I want to do? Like, why is it? And for the longest time, the responses I got were like, you're not disciplined enough. Like, you're not putting in the effort. You're not working hard enough for it. And that's a lot of the response. And unfortunately, that's the kind of family that I grew up in. I'm still trying to get through that, because it was very much that kind of mentality of like really bad, toxic comparisons growing up, especially with my father, where it would be like, I would succeed in something and then he would be like, yeah, you got a B. But Jackson over 3 doors down got an A. Why didn't you get an A? Like, it was that kind of thing. And then there was another one layer to it where it's like effort. Beautiful. Aww. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Cause I really don't like, I still don't like it. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Truly. But you know what? How about this? I will accept that my art is beautiful and amazing if you accept that it's only going to get better in the future. Let's meet in the middle for that. We'll accept both positives. Where it's great, I don't see it, but I'm going to continue to improve. Because what I want the style to be is still like, it's creepy and it's cute at the same time, but it's too creepy to be cute and it's too cute to be creepy. It's like it's in a weird spot in my mind, at least, where it's in that uncanny valley of having both and it's clashing. I want to make Mama Dodo cuter. I want to kind of like more chibify her. I want to make her more adorable, more cuter, less creepy. And then I want the peel back, where the removal of the miasma, to be even more creepy. So I kind of want to have where it's like everything's lumped in the middle, and I'm in the middle of trying to like separate it so it's more extreme on the both sides. Because I think the more distance it is between the two, and drawing a dodo is difficult than you think. I will say I agree. I went into it being like, oh, it's a dodo, it's fine. And then like I was looking at dodo skeletons and dodo pictures, and I was originally inspired by the dodo thing for Final Fantasy XIV, and that dodo in Final Fantasy XIV, that boy don't got no neck. That thing's got a pug bulging eyes situation going on. That thing is barely hanging in there. So like I wanted to do like a combination of a realistic dodo and like the Final Fantasy XIV kind of dodo-esque kind of thing. And it's not like there are good pictures, reference photos of dodos. They're extinct. They're not. I can't just go out and look at a dodo. Kind of like a ball dodo, yeah. And I want to simplify it so there would probably be less bones, or at least more like just I have difficulty of I need to learn when not to add details to things. So like to make it cuter, you want to simplify it. You want only like a handful of bones kind of showing. You pick the important parts. So currently I have like, it's a very accurate as far as which bones she has and what she doesn't, but to have like almost like a more minimalistic view, and then you just kind of make the eyes just a little bigger, you make her a little puffier and with a little less bones, and I think that's all it would really take. And I would definitely, I think, need to play a little more with the miasma as far as giving it a little more texture. Because as of right now, it very much just does look like it's a manipulated jelly bean. Like very smooth, which is fine. But especially something that used to be feathery and furry and fuzzy, I want it to look like Mama Dodo would be comfy to snuggle up with. Which I'm glad she doesn't look slimy or anything. That would be... I think at one point I tried a different kind of reflection thing with her, and it did look like wet or moist, and I was like, no. no. We're not going moist dodo. I refuse. So, but yeah. Smooth criminal. But yeah. And I definitely, because there was quite a few streams that I did where I am doing drawing practice, and my biggest problem right now is proportion. So like getting my brain to understand proportions properly has been difficult. But you know, just the more I do things like this, and it gives me more opportunities to practice art and to get better at it in the way that I want to get better at it. And what's kind of interesting in like making something like this, and especially when I tried out doing like YouTube stuff, like I found a certain love for editing. I kind of really dig editing. Just creating, like finding the way to properly transition from one scene to another and learning like the nuances with that was really fun. It was a really good time. And like finding ways to properly like link the two scenes together, which I understand now is like a very, like the importance of audio is crazy. So I would have like scenes, right, where the visuals would link, but the audio would be jagged, and it would not work at all. Like not even a little bit. But it's like make circles in any body part and then add another layer and draw on it and make it fantastic like Fanta. Like Fanta? What do you mean like Fanta? Or fantastic, sorry. Make circles in any body art and then add another layer and draw on it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good tip. Not with the bear puns. If you start pulling out the bear puns, I'll start pulling out the ogre puns, all right? I'll do it. I'll do it. But, what was I saying? I don't remember. I know we were just talking about art. Oh, we were talking about editing. But yeah, just like horror music, turns out, or just horror sounds, like sound is very, very important. Vibing, I'm gonna time you out. Keep saying puns, I dare you. I dare you, sir. You barely got through that unscathed. Oh man, you're lucky I don't know how to time out yet. You're good though. But you're on thin ice, sir. Thin ice. But yeah, no, it's I learned the importance of audio and how, like, not only is it important in horror, but it's also important in transitions and in editing. And then it's also like really important in comedy too. like weird. I found it weird. The very similar but opposite rules applied to like horror and comedy. So like hard cuts are always funny. Like hard cutting to emphasize humor is so good. My favorite game. That's your last one. That's it. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm cutting you off, Vibing. Last call. I will find out how to do it. I will find it. No, it's fine. But yeah. I don't really know what to say next. Well, let's see. We still got quite a bit. We showed off this. We talked about what we want to go move forward with it. We went over what we did last week. Oh, we never went over what we were going to plan to do next week. We should probably do that. Shouldn't slip. You might break your... Okay, focused vibing. Alright, so... Let's go back to schedule. Alright, let's see here. Oh, first things first. Let's bring these out. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why it's not doing it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're not doing a Stray. We did try switching game dev. Honestly, I don't think it really matters all that much. I really don't think it does. I think it really just depends on the day. Because we didn't do game dev here. We actually did it Thursday instead of Friday because I think I forgot. I think I forgot I was supposed to do it. Which is kind of funny. We're gonna just work on the compy video. We're gonna have guests on actually Friday. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time vibing. Truly. Watch your puns. Watch it. I have my eye on you. I have guests pretty much happening. Is that happening the 30th and not the 31st? I might have to move it. I'll see if she might be available on the 1st then. But I believe they're coming in on Friday. I know one of them is. And then they're staying until... I believe the 31st. We will see. Let's see here. I didn't put it on my actual schedule. I'll talk to her. Try to move to 1st. We'll see. Just gonna be playing a lot of Magic, more than likely. So, but that also means that there's not gonna be a stream Friday. So let's move game dev to Thursday. So we'll do game dev Tuesday, Thursday? No, let's switch game back to Monday. Today at the bank, an old lady asked me to help check her balance, so I pushed her over. I warned you. I warned you. You tested my patience. I warned you. How do I do it? Ooh. Can I do that? Oh! 10 minutes. 10 minutes! I don't want 10 minutes. There you go. I undid it. You're back. Let that be a warning. I didn't think it would have knocked out all your comments, too. Sorry, that's the first time I've ever timed out someone. I thought I would be able to choose. I was planning to only do it for, like, no joke, 5 seconds. And then it was just like 10 minutes. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was that strong. The hell? What the hell? Did it, like, did it push you all the way out of the stream? Like, all the way? I thought it would have just made it so it was like... Wow. I didn't realize timeout was that strong. I assumed... Sorry about that, my guy. I assumed it just meant that it prevented you from typing. For, like however amount of time that I set. That's crazy. My bad. I'm sorry, baby. Now you know. I crashed your stream. No, I crashed your stream. Yeah, no. Okay, so good to know. Good to know. When it comes to timeout, timeout literally kicks them out temporarily. I thought it was it made it so that they couldn't type into chat for that allowed amount of time. I never thought that it kicked out completely. Well, damn. Is it a different thing? No, there's a warning one. I could straight up ban you, but I'm certainly not doing that. Puns are unforgivable, but not that unforgivable. You know what I mean? All right. Well, now we know. And knowing is half the battle. Compy video. The worst thing, permaban unfollows the channel and kicks you out of it is a pain. That, okay, yeah, the permaban, see, the permaban makes sense. The permaban at least makes sense of, I assumed actually that the reaction of the timeout was essentially the reaction of the ban. I also didn't realize that the ban unfollows the channel. It makes you unfollow the channel. But I guess that kind of makes sense, because then otherwise you would still get notified of a channel that you've been banned from, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So I better not accidentally ban someone, because they will forever not be a thing, I guess. Because I know there's the unban request thing, because I've seen a couple of those like streamer unbanned videos, you know what I mean? Oh man. Oh, I did see Home Safety Hotline before. You know what? We should play that. If you do it to a mod or VIP, it will be taking their things off. That I also see. Hopefully, I'm not going to attempt it with any of y'all, because I like y'all too much to even like attempt it. But I wonder if there is a, are you sure you want to do this? Because I don't want to accidentally click it. It's gone to my head. It's too much. So we know what we're gonna do next week. There's gonna be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday stream. There's not gonna be a Friday stream. With that in mind, if there's not gonna be a Friday stream, there might be maybe stream on Wednesday. We'll see how I'm feeling. So that way we still got 4 streams in. Bathroom break after the last. Oh god. Eat some solids. Drink some water. Well, if we're honestly, yeah, let's do it. Let's do the home safety hotline. I've seen gameplay of it, but I think that would be fun. I think that'd be fun for us to do, and I think that would be like a one stream thing anyway. Because like, what other games do we have that are kind of like one stream games? I mean, potentially 2, depending on how we're feeling. We're laying off Once Human. We've played that enough. I mean, I still plan on playing it for like the extra streams, but not like core stream hours. We still need to do Elden Ring. We still need to do the DLC for that. If GTFO single player was good enough, I would consider GTFO. Because GTFO is fun. Or maybe if we can get 4 people to play it. That would be a good stream. I love Helldivers, but man, I haven't been wanting to play Helldivers ever since the whole Sony thing. You know? Let's see. There's the Last Spell, but that's definitely not a one stream thing. Last Spell is like, we're gonna spend a week to try to beat this one level. Lethal Company is really good, but it's better with people. I've already played through Mortuary Assistant, so that would have been a really good one to stream, but I've already beaten it like all the way through. There's Pacific Drive. We could do a Pacific Drive one. Oh, they had a summer update? The dumpsters, DSLRs, and drives content update is now live. 3 days ago. There's photo mode. New equipable car ability, the Juke Jet. Juke Jet is a piece of equipment that can be mounted on this car side racks that gives you a horizontal boost to dodge. That's hilarious. I love that. Garage station upgrades. Practice your trash get ball skills by throwing old junk straight into the matter deconstructor. That's funny. Your handy dandy garage vacuum will now deposit materials into your transfer trunk for filling the rest of the vacuum storage. That's nice. There's a PS5 mode? So it looks like they also have a roadmap. So in the fall, they have new difficulty modes coming, a new customization settings, free cosmetics, and then they have something happening in the winter as well. Okay, nice. So Pacific Drive is one. Pal World, there was that update for Pal World. Planet Crafter. We could do Planet Crafter. We did start Potion Craft as well. Man, I want to get back into Potionomics. Potionomics is so good. But again, that is not a one stream thing. We dedicate a month to it, if not more. And I have to listen. I am fully aware about the Satisfactory thing that's coming. When is that? Wait, was it in August? 1.0 release date. When was it? When was it? When was it? When were you? September 10th. September 10th. What day is that? So here's the potential problem with September 10th, which is a Tuesday. Oh no. So you've returned and the olives are nasty as fuck. Olives. Yeah, I'm not a fan of olives myself. Did you go and eat olives while you were gone? Do you like olives? So let me put it this way. Is it that these olives were bad, or was it that you just don't like olives but you ate olives anyway? Because that really does give a little bit more context here. So no Potionomics. We're not touching Satisfactory until 1.0, which is September, which is on a Tuesday. I don't like them, but I eat them because I'm hungry and I got nothing to eat. I'm sorry. That's rough. Try to eat a little something else that you actually like. That's decent. You got any fruit? You got any toast? Hey, bananas. Bananas is good. One of my favorite snacks that I like to participate in is bananas and toast, at the same as a sandwich, or just on the side. I mean, you're halfway to a full breakfast at that point. Throw on some eggs, get some eggs, toast, and a banana. You're good. Listen, one of my many aliases is midnight breakfast. I will always advocate eating breakfast at any time, even midnight. Yeah, get some, if you got some bacon, get some bacon and eggs, man. Bacon, eggs, some toast, a banana. Sounds delicious to me. Sounds like a great meal. I haven't had bacon in so long. I try not to buy it often because it's, you know, bacon. I personally love eggs with biscuits. Like kind of like a breakfast biscuit kind of deal. Fried and cheese and bacon and delicioso. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Loaded fries are a gift. That, ooh, beautiful. I have, so as far as like my journey for cooking and all that has gone, from what I've heard, from what I've understood, is that it is completely acceptable to use previously made frozen fries because home cooked fries are essentially just as good as frozen fries. I've heard it from multiple like online sources that I use to kind of better my own cooking journey. That is like, just use frozen, just frozen. If you live as I am, you eat almost always fries and cheese and bacon. You can don't do it all the time. Just, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Potatoes are amazing, and they have a crazy amount of nutrition for you. But, you know, try different versions of potatoes. That's what I recommend. I say, even though my favorite version is mashed potatoes. Ooh, like a potato skull. Like in the shape of a skull? Or the skin is the soul? Yeah, mashed potatoes. And I mean like a full, I'm talking about like a full stick of butter. You know what I mean? Where you have that salt, you have some pepper. No, not even just butter. Garlic butter. You brown the butter and the garlic on the stove and then put a sift through that into the mashed potatoes. Oh, so good. And then if you want to pretend it's healthy, throw in some chives. There's green in there. There's little specks of green. It's fine. Actually, a lot of the nutrition comes from the skins. So, like, especially when it comes to mashed. Well, what do you have to eat? You have a banana. You have toast. Do you have eggs, bacon, and or potatoes? That's it. You only got, and butter. You got toast and banana and butter. Do you have peanut butter? I feel like you need protein and eggs and bacon. Okay, make that. Make toast. Just make yourself, put me in the background. Make yourself some eggs and bacon and butter. In fact, you don't even need butter for your eggs. Just use the bacon fat from the bacon. Cook the eggs in the bacon fat. And then cook the toast, brown the toast on top of the eggs and bacon fat. It's smacky taste, like munchy. Including smooth peanut butter? Because I don't like crunchy. I don't like crunchy peanut butter. But I say that because peanut butter and banana sandwiches kind of hit. They kind of hit. And like in this talk, I feel like you need a protein, especially if you want it to like actually last a bit. You need a protein. All right. Let me know what you end up cooking. Hi. So what are we playing? Well, I am going to be playing more Snack Studio so I can figure out the whole animation thing. If we're going to be working on the compy stuff, I'm going to have to spend a good amount of time on Snack Studio trying to figure out the animation. I also need to double check the limitations both on Stream Avatars and Smack Studio. Because for Smack Studio, it feels like it's not big enough but I think for stream avatars, I'm at the max size. We also have Subnautica. I feel like that would be a good game for this stream. Crafting / a little bit of spooky undertones. That feels like very Idealist core. Void Train. I haven't touched Void Train in a long time. I wonder if Melon would be down for Lethal Company. Because haven't seen any updates for. Well, I wonder if they've played the new content warning. Oh, I'll ask them. We could play Once Human. I mean, I do want to play Once Human. I do. I've been playing it too much, but I still want to play it. Because I want to move my house, man. We found that spot last time. Like, I can go into a place that I will die if I go too far in any direction. And that excites me for some reason. I like being at a place that could kill me, I guess. I don't know what that says about my personality, but it's kind of true. I guess the chill game that we could play today. I guess we could play some Planet Crafter. We'll do this. We'll go ahead and switch this back to you. I'm gonna play this with the sound up, and I'm gonna get a drink of water, and I'll be right back. All right, back. Hopefully y'all, I kept y'all entertained. But yeah, I do want to mess with this to the point where it's less repetitive. It's more variation with a lot more like hands off, where I don't need to keep on like, oh, I want to change this. I have to manually change it. Instead, it's like I can just throw a clip into a folder and it will automatically kind of like cycle through it in a way. And this is just between you and me, people who are currently watching and or listening. I want to kind of have some fun with it, where it's like it has like a loop to it, and like let's say it's right, because right now it's a loop of 4, right? But what if the end of the 4 and it goes back and everything seems to be the same except something's a little different, and we go a little bit of the PT route where you have a lot of repetition, but then it slowly kind of changes and becomes more and more unnerving, where suddenly like this side, like what if he didn't have the white dot the first times around, and then the second time around the first one would be the same, the first video, and then the second one suddenly he has a white dot and you're like, wait a minute, he didn't have a white dot there before. Why didn't he have a white dot? And then it would go forward, and then it would go through the third one again, and this time he's in a different position. And you're like, what? I don't think he was there before. Like, or it's like he moves a little bit, like a little bit of animation, just a touch of animation where I have him move just a little bit right at the tail end of this, right? Where it's just like he starts moving now. And you have that moment of just like, oh, was it moving? Or and then the last one, oh, what'd you end up making? The last one, we would remove this one entirely, and then when it went back, like this guy's in your face. I think that would be really fun. All right, let's switch to, let's play some Planet Crafter. So I assumed you made toast, and I assumed you made banana. Did you also make eggs? Toast with butter, banana on top, yes, and bacon and eggs. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. All right. There's going to be a moment. Oop. It is dark, but do not worry, I am here. And then we'll just do game capture.